Good.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's actually, I might be wrong if somebody from China is joining us. And so I would have to say, good evening. It's actually late night over there. So hello, John.
Hello, everybody there, Richard.
Hi. And we have John with us. John is representing the father of our student. And who is our student? Our student is Ingrid. So hello, Ingrid.
Hi everyone, I'm Ingrid and I am a year 3 student studying at Leaf Academy.
Ingrid, would it be hello and good afternoon or good evening? Where are you?
I am currently in Bratislava, so good afternoon everyone.
It's afternoon. And that is my dear colleague Janka Shepard. She's responsible for international admissions here at Leaf Academy. So hi Janka as well.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening to China. Nice to be here.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching us from. Guys, my name is Richard and I work for admission office, and I will take you through the very last campus visit. As you might see, it's getting like spring because look, short sleeves, standing on the street, talking to you like that and inviting you actually inside our lovely building here in Bratislava at Sasinkova 13. So what can you expect from us, apart from give you a little virtual tour of our academic building, guys, is that you will have a chance to discover a little bit more and deeper how does it work with our admission for internationals, because Leaf Academy is an international school, international boarding school. So let me close the door so nobody runs inside the school without admissions knowing that. And I would really kindly ask you for several things. First and very important, please ask questions. How to do that? Simple, easy, Go to Slido, or as you're watching us on our page on Leaf Academy website, where is live streaming of this last campus visit, just go below the streaming and there is Slido. You don't have to register, you don't have to log in, you just put your questions there. There are a few questions already hanging there. So do not hesitate, ask few more. Use this opportunity and ask. If not there, just go to Slido, find Leaf Academy and ask questions there. We will be more than happy to ask them and answer them for you. So as I already said, a little bit introduction of who is joining me today. We say it's Mr. John, that's of Ingrid, and he's watching us. He's joining us from far away China. So would you like to say a few words about you, Mr. John, just that they know who they are talking to?
You mean me?
Ask questions there. So, would you like to say a few words about you?
Hi.
Can you hear me well?
Hello?
Yes?
Yes.
It's okay. I was just asking if you would like to say a few words about you. Who are you? I mean, we know that you're that of Ingrid, but I just mean that what you normally do in China and how do you see all this, just a little intro about you.
Oh, okay. We are doing well here in China. I didn't see you. Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's back. Okay. So, life here is more, is easy. People are moving freely, so it's okay. So
it's getting better, would you say?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ingrid, please do some introduction of yourself, your way to Leaf Academy. You're from faraway China right now, being here in Bratislava, experiencing your first year at Leaf Academy. So how was what's your story with us?
So I learned about Leaf Academy last year, this time-ish, when I was here for an exchange. It was supposed to be 2 weeks, but because of COVID, I only get to stay 1 week. But I fell in love with this school and I applied right away. So this is how I get to know Leaf and got into the academy. During the past few days, I got a couple of students asking me, potential students, they're asking me questions and they are very confused, they are very insecure, which is understandable because you've never learned about how life really is at Leaf Academy. So please feel free to throw in any questions you have inside you, and we will try to let you know that it's not a scary place and it's fun.
Thank you, Ingrid. I even see in your background, that's picture definitely not coming from Slovakia, as we don't have a sea or very large lake, which would look like that. But no, I completely agree with what you say. And last but not least, it's my dear colleague, Janka. Janka is responsible for international admissions, bringing all the international students here, helping them, and as it was together with Ingrid. So Janka, a few words about you.
Well, hi, everyone. So yes, my name is Jana Shepherd, and I'm responsible for international admissions and generally for international office. So everything what is matter with the international students. So I'm here to help from visa through whole admissions process and marketing. I'm the one who is dealing with the students from beginning, basically until the end, when they're still at school. So I'm making sure they're comfortable, they have everything they need, and I'm here for them all the time. So
good, guys. As we had several campus visits, unfortunately only two of them, and this is the second one, were in English language, but you can still kind of go and Google it on our webpage, and it was dedicated to residential life. That was held in English. So this is the last one to close, to wrap up, And how does it normally work? We receive the questions which are being posted on Slido, or you can go and find the webpage under the Leaf Academy webpage, and I ask the questions, those three guys in the front of me, ahead of me, on the screen, and they will try to answer. And you, my dear colleagues, feel free to have a lovely discussion. Don't hesitate to interrupt or add whatever you want to build on. So I have the first question. Actually, it's already here, and it's a question which I believe it's best to be asked Janka and maybe Ingrid, with respect to some recent days, might do a little adapt on that one. Is health insurance included in school fees? Janka, how do we work with school fees and health insurance being part of it?
Well, I don't really want to start negative with negative things and saying no is not included, but basically I just start with the fees. Yes, as we know, the fees per year is 21,400, and these fees actually include everything: accommodation, food, tuition, weekend activities, afternoon clubs, everything, visa even. We can meet you at the airport, so quite a lot. Then one thing which is not included, that's health insurance, and we need to purchase that when you arrive to Slovakia, but it's only around 600 euros per year, and that includes all healthcare for you, which we cover.
Okay, and I know that you were helping Ingrid with some things which requires to see doctor. It was not the major, but how does it work with health system here in Slovakia? Ingrid, what's your experience? I know that you visited a few of them together with Janka.
Yes. So it's a fortunate.
It's not about details, just your impression.
Sure. No, don't worry about it. It's a fortunate but also unfortunate experience. But I'm just glad that my first ever large interactions with hospital happened here, because so when you arrive here, you will get this health insurance card. So with this small thing, you can basically get all of the healthcare you need. You don't need to pay for anything yourselves because the school will cover it. And all you need to do basically is to show the hospital or the doctors your health insurance card, your residence permit, which we will talk about later, I believe. And that's it. You will get all the help you need.
Super. Okay, so I think it was of course, when we're dealing with health, it's never pleasant, but overall we can say that manageable. Perfect.
Can I just add something? Sorry. I also want to tell everyone who is watching us that when it comes to the some medicine and some tablets, cream and everything, don't worry, because on every corner in Slovakia, you will find chemist or pharmacy. Yeah. So it's really, we are supplied really well here, so everything you can get here, even if you have some kind of cold or anything, don't worry. But we not necessarily we always have to go to hospitals, or we don't have to go to doctors straight away. We have of course medical staff at the boarding house as well, which they helping with some mind problems, and so there is also that backup as well.
Okay, and because I know well, I'm going to ask these questions connected to the topic of health. Ingrid, you're staying on the residence, even the school was forced to go online and we cannot do and continue the school at the present mode, How did it work when we could do that for the first 6 weeks? And how about the residents, and if somebody had some kind of, let's say, the minor medical issues, headaches or cut finger or something like that, who was taking care of that on the residence?
So we do have our school nurse living with us in our residence. So if it's just like a minor cough, a minor cold, something, you can obviously just reach out to our school nurse. She's really, really helpful, really, really passionate. And you will get the basic tablets and all the helps you need. Also, there are first aid kits in every hallway. So if it's like a burn or a cut, you can always find something in the hallway.
Thank you. Superb. Okay, and I'm going to jump straight away on the second questions. As we mentioned at the beginning, you came as a visitor on the exchange program, fell in love, you decide, apply, get accepted. And how was the visa process in your case? Because we know you're from China, so you need to settle your permits and so on and so on. How did it work? How would you what grade, what score will you give to the process? How manageable it was?
So I got the enrollment offer at around mid-April, and then the visa company, which school will arrange for you, approached me right away. And all I need to do is to send them all the documents they require me to fill in, and also to send them, and they will take care of the rest. It took quite a while, to be honest, but it's only because I am the first under 18 students applying for a long-term visa to Slovakia. So it took a long time for them to approve the whole thing, but it wasn't much of an effort because the company take care of most of the things. And they are also calling to the embassies to tell them to hurry up and all that. So it was fun. It was a fun experience.
Superb. And we can see it's doable. Mr. John, how would you evaluate, the overall experience?
Yeah, because this English, the time is very difficult for us to, is during the pandemic, the agency, the embassy in China, closed. So I heard from English, you use leave academic, even called the government officers in
Bratislava.
Yes, to coordinate the whole process. So English could get a earlier, you know,
the visa.
Yeah, visa for, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
this is quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, if I can add to it, yes, we kind of work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so we try to reach them so they can go via their line and to help us, because yeah, it was obviously different time during COVID. The embassies are not working fully, they're now open, so it was a little bit challenging for not just for Ingrid but for another students as well. And in terms of visa, each country is obviously slightly different because each country have a different embassies, and like large countries like China or Russia, they have to obviously travel to another cities, which is not like 2 hours driving, but you know, they have to fly, so it's not always easy, but we try to help as much as possible. So like, for example, in Russia, there are 2 embassies which do the visa in St. Petersburg and Moscow. And I think China is only one, I think in Beijing or Shanghai. Or do you have a 2?
We have 2 actually, but one is official embassy and then one is foreign affairs.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's difficult, but overall, I think the 1 month should be the maximum. Because the company we work with here in Slovakia, they do all the work for us, and they know the system, they know exactly who to call, they guide our students from beginning to the end. Even when they come here, they help them then with the ID cards and etc. So the process, we try to make it as easy as possible for students and as quick as possible, but sometimes we can't control everything. But yeah, not to worry about visa, we've got everything under control.
Okay, super. And we have many questions coming. I hope that we'll be able to cover all.
Okay.
There is a question from Rachel. Good afternoon. It's gone. Sorry, I have to scroll because it's so large. Okay, I will ask my colleagues. Oh, it's here. Good afternoon. How many nationalities are there in Live Academy, and how do you include international students into your community, clubs, classes, etc.? Ingrid, I believe that's best fit for you. And of course, I can help with exact numbers, but
yes, I don't know the exact numbers. Actually, Richard, can you tell us how many nationalities do we have right now?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, if we report the overall nationalities, that's 12, you know, and it includes the faculty as well, where we have like teaching staff or non-teaching staff coming from different countries. And it's pretty extensive to be actually honest with you, because we have some faculty even from US, from Africa, and from Ukraine, and of course the majority comes from Slovak or surrounding countries like Czech Republic. And with regards to students, it's kind of similar. And there maybe you can say that what kind of classmates you have.
So in my year, unfortunately, due to COVID, we don't have as many international students as before. But right now, our international community consists of me, and then students from Vietnam, Iran, Poland, Russia, Ukraine, all these countries. But I see the question is more like, how do you include those international students? So I would say that there is no difference between Slovak and also Czech students and the rest of the international communities, because in school we bond really close. So there isn't really a separation or small groups of just Slovak students or just international students. So we try to eliminate these type of cultural differences as much as possible, so much so that sometimes when I walk in the streets, whenever I hear someone speaking English, I would immediately thinking this guy could be from Leaf Academy. So yes, I hope that would help. But yes, everyone is included the same in all classes and clubs.
Yeah, and all the curriculum, I mean, all the activities, regardless if they are educational or academics, or if they are clubs or whatever is happening with residents, happens in English. So, well, at least from our like management and leadership, or faculty, as we call it, we always push all the students to use English as the primary language, regardless if there are two students from Ukraine, unless they are talking to each other on the premises of the school, it should be English.
And we are open to any nationalities.
Basically, exactly. That was just example given. Please allow me to do that. I always, I love to work with real examples, and because we have more than one students from there, it's technically possible that it happens. Good. Okay. Is LEAF certificate well known in the world? Bianca, will you tell us more about it? How does it work? Our curriculum, APs, LEAF Academy certificate.
Mm-hmm. Well, we obviously are not as a Slovak school. Basically, we are under American Embassy in Slovakia, in Bratislava. So we have a unique curriculum, and we are currently waiting. We are candidates for the accreditation and the New England Association of Schools and Colleges, which is in North America. And the certificate of the high school, which we actually giving at the end of studies, is recognized all around the world. So majority of our students actually going to universities abroad. But I'm not saying that there is no possibility to go and study in Slovakia. Some international students who would like to learn Slovak language, which we also offer in school, can learn Slovak, and then they can study at Slovak university for free, because they can study in Slovak language. So for some can be also motivation this, but majority of students go abroad, and they usually apply to 5 different universities, and they get offer from 2 in average. So pretty good. And APs, yes, on top of our core curriculum we're offering, then in year 3, students can choose the AP subjects, and currently we're offering 18 AP subjects. Last year we had 23. It depends. They can also study the languages like German or Russian if they wish. Maybe next year we will have a Chinese as well. If Ingrid will teach us. So yeah, there is obviously quite a range of APs, which they will, at the end of the year, they will pass the exam, and it will be recognized anywhere on the world.
Sure. And maybe I will have a second question linked to what we already heard from Janka, and I will slowly move inside the lobby at Sasinkova building, which is our main academic building, the biggest one here in Bratislava, and we'll show you probably the classroom as Ingrid will be answering, so you know what I'm doing and why I'm moving around. Ingrid, what's your future plan once you finish this school? What maybe the whole way, like, why did you, you say the motivation, personal motivation, why did you choose it? But with regards to your academics, what's your future plans, and how can LEAF Academy to help you to facilitate that?
So LEAF Academy offered much more AP courses options for me, because in my previous school, it focused a lot on logical thinking skills, so a lot on science and math and all that. But I am more of a humanity person, so I'm trying to so after LEAF, my plan for now is to apply for some US universities, possibly Australian universities. We will see about that. But yes, my plan is to go straight to universities, and my desired major would be media and communication. So right now at LEAF, I'm studying a bunch of APs that are related to humanities and sociology, these type of things.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you can actually use it as an advantage for you as an international students having the North American curriculum, which should enable you, or at least was consulted with our counselor Michael, should enable you to go and continue your studies abroad. Yes.
So right now we are actually having a Life After LEAF Academy session with Michael, our college counselor right now. He's doing one-on-ones and also regular meetings with us on a weekly basis. right now it's more of a career focused consultation, because he wants us to figure out what we really want to do after graduation. But for some people like me, who is very certain about my academic approach, obviously we can focus more on applying for university and preparing for universities.
Thank you for your answer. I slowly, while Ingrid was answering my questions about what after Leaf Academy, I approached this area, which is right in front of the office where entrepreneur leadership team is sitting. And because you know that part of our curriculum is entrepreneur leadership, maybe Janka, by your words, until I will show around what that stands for, like entrepreneur leadership. Can you do the little bit more, like explanation? Why do we teach entrepreneur leadership and how it can look like?
Oh, good question. Well, obviously, this is our unique program, which not many academies or school offering in Europe. From my top of the head, I don't think I know any in Europe. But yes, we are obviously working with students who would like to become leaders in different industries, and who has ability to do that. And we're teaching that with our professional teachers, and they come not just from Slovakia, but we have teachers all, from different countries as well.
Thank you for that, Janka. And I was just showing you the alumni board. Of course, you have to understand that even alumni board or the student enterprise is pretty empty. One of the reasons why is it like that is that because school is closed for present mode of lessons, and we are forced to go to online, so it doesn't really serve the purposes as it was before with regards to students enterprises. But with regards to alumni board, first we are thinking that we will always use a pin when some of our students will go to a university abroad, and then we say like, oh, well, I mean, maybe not the best approach we want to do, because maybe somebody just wants to go to the town which is next to that one where we have a students all. So we said like, let's keep it. I mean, we don't want to build this elite, our students go to the most prestigious schools, but it's not about where you get, it's about you as a person, what's your values and what you want to do in your life, and not which university you start and enroll. And who knows if you will finish. So we kind of leave this idea, but it's still there, and we're still showcasing to our students that some of the pins are there. Basically, there are 3 markets, Janka, where our students go after the Leaf Academy. Which countries? Where do we send them to the real world?
3 countries. Sorry, I missed your question. Sorry, can you ask?
Into which 3 regions our students go after finishing Leaf Academy if they want to continue their academics?
So they can go obviously anywhere, not just 3 regions, but when they receive the diploma, they can apply for any university, America, in the UK, Australia, like Ingrid was saying, they can go. So it's recognized anywhere.
Super. I only wanted to mention that there are 3 markets, which is UK, United States, and Europe itself, probably the Netherlands or Belgium. It's the main target where most of our alumni end up. Okay, another questions. We discussed school fees, we discussed the assistance, health insurance, how to get here. But there is a question about sports activities. Of course, it's a COVID time, okay? So with respect to COVID's time, we know that all the sporting facilities were closed by government here in Slovakia. But before that, what was possible to use? Because you experienced some, Ingrid, maybe even during your short visit or when the schools was open beginning of the summer. So what are the sporting activities our students can use?
So as Richard said, unfortunately this year we don't have as much opportunity as before because of COVID. But as far as I know, during normal school time, which is pre-COVID period, we would have gym membership. This is what I heard from my classmates. So they would, and it's actually a very popular option. A lot of students are going to gyms for fitness and all that. Also, there is a very active football team, and even during COVID time, they are still very actively competing with other schools, and we are going to cheerleading them, and it was so much fun. Also, there are quite a lot of outside sporting opportunity. It's not really sports, but so on weekends, sometimes we will arrange some hiking session. Also, we have offsites, so you can all spend 3-4 days outside in the nature. And we also have a small hiking adventure club, I believe, that one of our teacher is arranging short hiking around the city. So people are waking up at 5 or 4 in the morning just to see the sunrise. So that is also an opportunity. And I know that there is a new campus building in process. So hopefully we will get our own gym. But right now I feel like there is already quite a lot of opportunities.
Yes, I can just copy to what she said. Unfortunately, it was mentioned already. I mean, not everything what was possible before. It's possible right now because of the COVID times, but I hope with the progress, with vaccinations and things like things which are happening in world around us, it will be soon possible for us to go back to normal, a new normal, we'll be able again to use those facilities. Ingrid, I have a question. Because now I'm showing around the building at Sasinkova, but we know that this building, it's not like in close, or it's not the building where we have residents, So how does it work with residents, and how do you, when you use it, how did you commute from residence to academic building?
So our residence is actually 3 floors of a hotel that is I would say it's close to school, but essentially you can go to school on foot for around 20 minutes to 30 minutes, depends on your pace. And there is also several routes that you can take to go to school. Also, a quite popular option is to take the bus. There is also quite a lot of bus lines you can take. The time will be around 10 minutes, 8 minutes-ish. But it's really close to school. I personally always walk to school because the route from the residence to school is a quite lovely neighborhood. So I always enjoyed walking.
And I'm very sorry sticking my finger in front of the camera, but because I wanted to show you as much as possible, I have to walk on the building, and as you might see the beautiful staircase, wooden staircase. It's now I don't know how to translate it. It's but part of the national heritage, the villa where we have academic building. And this lobby is part of the national heritage. It's covered, and it's beautiful, all historical building. So it makes the wooden sound, the squeaky sounds when you walk the stairs. So that's why I have to mute myself, and you see my finger. Okay. Let me check the questions on my computer.
Can I just ask something, Mr. Zhang, while he's here with us? So maybe another parents would like to know the question that what was your what you were concerned about before, when you were deciding if you will let your daughter to come to Slovakia, somewhere none of you ever been. So was it something you just first think, oh, why Slovakia? What is it all about? And what was happening in your head? Just to share it with parents so they can see what what your thoughts were there.
Yeah, we are, you know, Slovakia is, you know, has a long history. Is we love, you know, we very like the history, the culture there, the Central Europe. You know, before is Habsburg family. Habsburg, something like this. I cannot pronounce it correctly, but the culture there, you know, we very like the very, you know, deep history and culture, including the music, the art, the all things about the humanity, because English, you know, she's a major in humanity. So this is the first thing I'm supporting her to go to there. The second one is I saw the Parental handbook of lead academic during the winter exchange. On that booklet, they list the core courses of Leaf Academy. The one is the Central Europe history. I mean CE, something like this, and the other is also
the other is mathematics and modeling.
Yeah, yes, mathematics and modeling is you know, they combine the humanity and the STEM science together. So student they can choose whatever you want to focus on. So this you have so many choice. This is the first impression I got from Leaf Academic. So later on, Ingrid did a lot, you know, contact with you and even the teachers from Warsaw. The name I forgot. Yeah, so I support, you know, my daughter to go there. So it's very good. For now, what we watching from you know, the growth of English during last year, we are very happy, you know, very glad to saw, you know, to see English had got a lot, you know, fantastic, you know, development, including academic points and you know, the well-being. You know, she learned a lot from the teachers, from the classmates, from the people there. So this is most right choice we have made last year to send English to Leaf Academic. So yeah, English also, you know, very glad.
Okay, well,
Yes.
that's the most important. When Ingrid is happy, you are happy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you previously, I was asking Ingrid and Janka because it was all about school, and now there is a question which is perfect question, and I can ask you, John. It's a question. Yeah. Hello, it's for you. It's addressed here. You are so far away from your doctor. How do you get all the information about her classes, studies, course, overall well-being? How is school communicating with you?
The school, you know, they will hold, you know, a regular, you know, communication activities through webcams. We call it, like even including the headmaster. You know, every week we will take, you know,
newsletter.
Yes, a newsletter, and also a whole meeting like something like this.
Whole meetings.
Yes, yes. So most more than that, we also got information from teachers like Yanka. Also, we get connect with the English. The English we are feedback. In the sometimes especially in the weekend we got a long time conversation or live talking. Yeah. So also when English this year English has met some skin problem. The the school often took English to hospital to see doctor. So we got a lot feedback information from the schools. The teachers, the doctors, they will write email or send you messages about this information to let you know you are not worried about anything. So this is quite good.
Yes, and I would just want to mention that there is also, so as Yanka and my dad mentioned, there is this newsletter. I think schools send it on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. And it will include basically all the things that happened during the past weeks, all of the important events, and specifically what are we doing during weekends, especially, for example, during winter break, there were updates about how we spent Christmas. And so that was helpful. It was a very inclusive newsletter. It has all of the images and sometimes even there will be videos, I think, and also a lot of updates. And every Wednesday there is also a parent town hall with our headmaster. Normally students will join, but parents can feel free to join that one as well, to ask any questions directly to the headmaster, Sapo. And my parents don't really join that because I update them literally everything every day, so they know everything that happens. But if you are a parent and you are concerned about not knowing what's happening around, every Wednesday there is a chance to talk directly to our headmaster. Also, our advisory teachers, they will arrange one-on-one meetings with the parents frequently to let them know about how their kids are doing in school.
We almost covered everything what is there, but there is several times it repeats. How does it work with food? If food is part of the tuition, and where do you eat and how often, and so on and so on. So Ingrid, maybe short answer on that one.
So you will get a food card, which at the beginning of every term, the school will top up the credit for you, and you can essentially go to anywhere with that food card. You can buy, you can do groceries with that. You can also go to restaurants. That's normally how we deal with our food. So you can say that there is free food, because I saw that people are constantly referring to free food. But yes, one thing is that you won't be able to get your food covered during holidays, but it's fine, because if you cook for yourselves like I do, then you can save actually quite a lot of money. So every month I always have some spare money to spend during holidays. So I've never, for the time I'm here, I've never spent any extra money on food or medicines or any other things. I only spend money on cosmetics, shoes, and I don't know, fashions, these type of things.
Ladies, always like that. Okay.
Can I just add a little bit?
Sure.
Well, So this how it works. So basically, we provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and between they still have a snack in a normal circumstances when students are at school. So they can they usually have a breakfast at the boarding house, then lunch in a school, and then evening again they have it in a boarding house. So yeah, this is just wanted to add. So we feed them well. Don't worry, parents.
Yes, there is 3 meals a day plus 2 snacks that my dad was worried that I will gain a lot of weight, which is true because of, you know, winter season, but it was quite a lot of diversity in food as well. One of my favorites, alongside of cookies and brownies and blueberry pies, these type of really already good pastries, one of my favorite is Persian rice pudding. Some of us don't really like it because it has a unique smell, I guess, but I personally love it so much that sometimes I will gather the leftovers.
Okay, super. We covered, I believe, we really covered the food as well. Nobody is really hungry at Live Academy. I think if one thing it's valid, it's forget about being hungry. And okay, right now, guys, it's admission season, you know, as it was mentioned even by Ingrid earlier. She closed her application in mid-April or something like that. So it's a high season for admissions. And so Janka, how does it really work with, you're especially being responsible for international admission, or sometimes we call it rolling admissions. So how does it work with rolling admissions? Can you give us some more information about that, please?
Sure. Yes, well, enrolling admission, as we call it, means that you can actually submit the application whole through the year. So there is no deadline. So basically now, 1 month later, you know, anytime until June, as long as we have space and time to apply for visa, I would say. So that's fine. So you can come to school on time. So basically what we need from you guys to submit the application or registration form, which you can find it on our website, or we can send it to you. That's also an option by email. And now we receive your application and we arrange the test, a readiness test, which we have a department, our talent guide, they will look into it and they will arrange the test, which is online test, and you have to do it under supervision. So usually it's via Zoom, so we can watch it. It's 1 hour, 60 minutes. You get, I think, 50 questions. And once you finish it, we obviously check it and then we invite you for interview. Interview is also usually 1 hour. We will ask you only the questions which you put in application form, something more about yourself. So nothing to worry about. Obviously the English, if you apply for 2-year program, the English has to be at least B1, if not B2 ideally. So then you can cope with all that material and study work. If you're coming for 4 years program, which is also possible, the English can be less because we obviously provide EL support as well. So we have an English teacher who will help you and support you through the whole time. And basically this is it. And then we decide if you're suitable students or not for Leaf Academy. Unfortunately, not everybody probably will pass this test, but please don't worry about it. It's nothing really complicated. We just don't really want to waste your time and our time if you're not suitable students for the Leaf Academy. That's it. And then we will give you offer basically. And when it comes to the payment, the visa letter or the letter which you need to apply for the visa, we will only give you if you pay 50% of the school year fees. So that's the rule. So basically half of it you need to pay on beginning of this process of the application visa. Then we will give you the visa letter and contact our company who is helping with visa, and then you can start the visa process. And then the second installment is usually in January. You pay for this 50%, the second 50%. So it's quite easy. We also will need copy of your passport as well. So we can have this data which we will need as well, but basically it's easy, very straightforward, so nothing complicated, I think.
Okay, Janka, thank you for answering. I hope you can still hear me well. My headphones, I had to take them off. I'm sorry, you know. Thumbs
Yes,
up. Can you hear me well, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good, good. Okay, I'm shouting now, sorry. And Janka, so thank you for explaining the whole process of application. How does it work? Does that mean that we have only one process or are there any differences?
Well, we have obviously through admissions process. So one is the rolling and one is regular, which we know for regular. Currently, we have deadline is, if I'm not mistaken, 28th of February, and this is for the students who apply through and need financial aid and will apply for the scholarships. For those who have the finances to pay for the school, the full amount, I mean, for those, they can go through rolling admissions. And again, as I said on beginning, there is no any deadline, any time, as long as we will make it for 1st of September and we will do the visa. So at the moment, unfortunately, we have some limited funds for the international students. So this year, as we know, is it different? So you're more than welcome to apply for rolling admissions. We are, I think, very reasonable priced compared with other schools. So if you look around, comparing with some English schools, American schools, so you will see that you get the value for your money. That's for sure. And there is no any hidden charges, any some amounts which you need to pay extra. So this is it, what you see, you pay, and that's it. You will get everything for it, even books and everything what you need.
And overall, if I rephrase what was mentioned and said by Ingrid, it's a North American curriculum which we have on top of the special curriculum which we have for entrepreneurial leadership and character development. So, well, basically, it's like a US diploma, and you can use it wherever you want all around the globe. Good. It's last 10 minutes, guys. So if there is any questions to be asked, or John or Ingrid, his lovely daughter, or my colleague Jana from International Admission Office, feel free to do that now. So for the last burning questions, don't hesitate anymore. I'm going to check it on Slido. And I can't, sorry, I have to say it, I can't leave it. Ingrid said that. This will be one of the first times I will be speaking to my dad in English. How is it, Ingrid?
The experience.
It's fun. It's fun. I know my dad, he's more of a reading type of person when it comes to English contents. He has a really large range of vocabulary that he knows, like sometimes a very random vocabulary, he knows what it means. But when it comes to speaking skills, sometimes he can be a little bit hesitant, which is okay. It happens to all adults, I guess. Sometimes we are just self-conscious when we are speaking another language. But my advice for all of the parents out there and all of those students that are a little bit insecure about their English speaking skill is to not think too much. Just it's like toothpaste, you just have to push a little and then words will flow out as you speak. It will flow out naturally. You don't need to find the exact vocabulary to describe what you want. You can just express yourself and then you will find you somehow speaking already. So yeah, that would be my advice for my dad, all of the parents out there, and all of the students out there as well.
Okay, thank you for telling us that. But Ingrid, I just discovered from Rachel, I hope I spell it correctly or pronounce it correctly, Rachel. Ingrid, do you feel Leaf Academy has a good opportunities related to humanities? Most schools are math, exact science focused, so it would be amazing to hear more. So?
Yes, this is one of the reasons I joined Leaf Academy, and also, as my dad said, it's one of the reasons why he support me to go here. So for APs specifically, you have a large range of courses you can choose from. I will just name a few. For example, comparative government and politics. You have economics, you have environmental science, you have world language, French and German, you have European history, you have human geography, psychology, art history, and well, I don't want to exclude those science kids out there. We also have calculus, we also have statistics, biology. Did I mention biology twice? I don't know. And computer science, these type of classes as well. So I personally feel like I have so much more opportunity to choose from. For example, this year I'm choosing comparative government and politics, environmental science, and human geography. So I feel like I can focus more on humanities, and it's also not just the AP courses that are offered here. So my dad mentioned LEAF Core, which half of it will be Central European study, half of it will be mathematics and modelings. So that is super helpful as well. For example, in Central European studies, we are talking about extremism in Europe. Well, in most of the European countries. Unfortunately, it requires some skills in Slovak language, but I can still join a lot of discussions about politics and all that. So that was also quite a lot of fun. And before, because I am really not a math person, so I was a bit insecure about mathematics and modeling, but turns out it's actually math. It's actually daily math that you will need in the future. For example, counting, dealing with taxes, dealing with mortgages, these type of things that are, it's useful math, you know. I remember when we are little, we are always talking about why we are studying math. It's not like we're gonna use it when we do the groceries and stuff. But now, when I'm learning mathematics and modeling, I realize that these are actual life hack that will save me tons of money and maybe will help me become rich in the future. So I find myself loving math again. So yeah, it's a great opportunities to learn about humanities, but also help you embrace the things that you once thought you hate.
Good. We have last few minutes left. I have prepared two questions before closing the session. This is one for Janka, and it's from Anonymous. You know, I think we partially answered, but Janka, very brief answer to that. Can I be a dentist after studying in Leaf Academy, or like, can anyone study in any field after Leaf Academy? I think.
Can I be? What was the second? Can I be? I missed that one word.
Like, can anyone study in any field?
Oh, any field. Well, I'm sure, but you know, before you actually submit the application, maybe you can call us, because we have a career advisor, and you can discuss with him what are your plans for the future and what you're good at, so we can give you some hints and show you the path. But you know, I wouldn't limit myself or yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Super. You can choose any AP, and then you just follow it.
I even found the final question for John, so I will ask you, John. Believe it's from students. Says, my mom is worried about about how she will cope if I get accepted. How are some ways that I can calm my parents' anxiety? You know. So what works on you from Ingrid's side?
Sorry?
Okay, Ingrid, can you try to help me to explain it better? There is a student saying, like, the parents are worried, you know, how will they manage when the students get accepted, you know?
Yes.
So if we have any advice how to calm down parents, you know?
So that, how do you cope with me being away, and how do you cope with, for example, when I was having health issues, how do you cope with that? How do you relax?
What calm him down? What
as a parent?
I will just, you know, let everything done by by yourself out at Leaf Academic. So really, you know, we are, as parents, we are not, you know, we cannot do anything. You know, we we just leave this you know, things to the school, to the student, you know, let the kid to learn, you know, to fit the environment, to fit the society. So this is the skills that need to learn from this. So what we have done, you know, at this moment, we just let it be. So it's it is, you know, this you know, all falls on the shelters on the schools and the child itself, themselves.
Yes.
Thank
so,
you, John.
Yes.
So essentially, my parents, both of them believe that this is a perfect opportunity for me to learn about being independent. Because after all, it's better to learn it here with a lovely, friendly, nice family, with teachers and also students who care about me. It's better to learn it now than to learn it in university when everyone is busy about their own things. So I would just advise all of the parents out there to that it's the right time to sometimes just let go and let the kids figure out things themselves, because they will need to do it sooner or later. So why not just let them do it now with the right opportunities and with the right people?
Super. Thank you for saying that. Ingrid, last question. My final question for you is from the audience. It says that if you want to start your own business, even during the academy itself, is it possible? Are you supported to do that?
Yes, this is a very, very encouraged thing in Leap Academy. We really want to see students starting their enterprises or joining other enterprises. So once you enter Leaf Academy, after a few prep courses, you will be encouraged to start your own businesses, your own enterprises, or you can join the already existing enterprises, or there are also opportunities for you to work as an intern with companies outside of Leaf that are actively cooperating with Leaf. So I personally, next year, I'm thinking about joining as an intern for those interns opportunities. But yes, you are actually very encouraged. You will even be able to given time to just work on your own businesses. It's actually one of our course is for you to work on things that are outside of academics.
Thank you for saying that. Janka, before we really close the final, is there anything I was supposed to ask and I didn't so far? Is there something you want to mention?
I think we pretty much answer all the questions. There's only one thing, just to make sure that the traveling obviously is long way, you know, for most of the international students. So just to again assure parents that if your children or you students fly to either Vienna or anywhere else in Europe, not a problem. Like Vienna is only 45 minutes from school, literally, so we can pick you up, bring to the school. Or if you're flying somewhere else, because that was Ingrid also case, that for one point she was thinking to fly to Frankfurt, somewhere in Germany. So again, you can fly then directly to Bratislava. The airport is only literally 10 minutes away from school, so it's easy to get to, and we will pick you up even in Vienna or any place in Bratislava if you come. So yeah, this is only thing I wanted to add, just to make sure that they arrive safely, and also in the other way, when they go home, we will drop them at the airport. So
thank you.
And this is I think all. Don't be afraid. Please do apply. We've got spaces at the moment, places available, so we will be more than happy to help you.
Yes, and also one more thing. If you have any other questions that you want to ask that we didn't manage to cover during this session, I am actually one of the student contact persons, so you can find me either on the website or you can find me on the Leaf Instagram page. So feel free to throw any additional questions you have. I will try my best to help you guys.
superb, professional, excellent, open entrepreneur. I don't know what to add to it. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the great pleasure for me to be here with you, to have this lovely virtual session for Lead Academy, for international students, rolling and regular admission processes. I hope we covered all. If not, feel free to contact Ingrid. Thank you so much for being here with me, and have a wonderful evening. And to you, Zhang, have a good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.